Let us briefly get into the situation at the courthouse. When I do my show today, my official show, there's a certain energy that I'm not going to give to Armon Wiggins because I don't give a fuck about Armon Wiggins. That's number one. He's exactly what I said he was. I tell no lies. And you see that in black and white, don't you? Exactly. So there's nothing for me to get into. And Armand is not a celebrity to me. He is exactly what Daily Mail called him. Okay? Didn't they call him a Diddy fan or something? A blogger? Whatever the fuck. Okay. So I don't need to get up on my main platforms and give him the time of day because he's not one of the people that has made it to that level. So we can sit on Station Head and we can talk because I take baths on Station Head. That's nothing. So what I want to say is Armand is an idiot. He self-sabotages. He is so desperate to be in certain spaces that he will embarrass himself, humiliate himself, compromise himself, damn near sell himself. Child, he'll take some clothes off and shake his booty too. And it's pitiful. He's walking around screaming new media and respect, but sat up and laid his dignity on the courthouse steps. You can't make this shit up. um, he can sit up and say that he did what he did for whatever reason, but history will recall it the way that it was cited, the way it was headlined, that you trivialized this situation. That's what you did. And let me tell you what, your excuse for why you did what you did falls flat. I mean, for anyone who has a piece of a fucking brain. So where y'all at? Let's chit chat. Imagine getting up saying, well, the more oil thing has taken a life of its own on my platform, so that's why I did it. As like a culmination. You fucking idiot. It's still making light of, it's still mocking, it's still all the negative things that we're calling it. Because you should have never trivialized the baby oil. Do you understand that? Do you understand that there's no way to pretty it up? And I want to say, and I'm so glad I'm a thorough bitch, because when it comes time to really lay it out, we can talk our shit because we said something, right? I told y'all that I was very turned off at the way that everything was being reported on. It's not fucking funny. What Diddy was being accused of, it was not funny. And I specifically commented on the people that were watching Armand's videos, leaving comments, laughing and kikiing like it was. I said, what happened to having a heart for victims? What's funny about more oil? What's funny about simulating having sex? And like, this nigga is up in a chair with his little booty shorts on, literally simulating having sex, mocking incidents described in court on video. And the caption under it, where he's asking for money in the bottom left in his lower third, is more oil fund. So everything was so funny until he got up there and recreated a Boondocks episode. Now it's not funny no more. No, 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 no. Let me tell you about niggas. Let me tell you about niggas. You build up people like Armand, and then you turn your back on people like Armand. Then people like Armand crash out. Then all of y'all looking crazy with y'all stupid ass. Niggas want to be vile. Niggas want to do they shit in the dark. That's the problem. They didn't have damn problem with Armand's behavior until everybody else saw it. As long as y'all was in Armand land over on his channel where y'all thought nobody was really seeing y'all, y'all was leaving them comments and laughing and shit. It's like, oh, everything okay. Because that was in an isolated environment. Now that this shit has hit the main stage, y'all acting like y'all in an uproar. Armand's views have been out the fucking wazoo. Don't lie, bitch. You've been sitting right over there laughing with Armand. Now he's a coon. I'm not going for it. All you hoes half stepping. Y'all empowered him to do exactly what the fuck he did. Now y'all got the nerve to turn around and say, oh my God, Frankenstein, look at your fucking monster. All of y'all are complicit, not the mob. Everybody right here that can hear the sound of my voice, bitch, you not in that shit. Cause we don't move like that. But everybody else that was up there, this boy then did better on YouTube with this Diddy shit and this baby oil than he ever has in his whole YouTube career. This nigga then got up on Nancy Grace. Congratulations. This nigga then got up with TMZ. Congratulations. This nigga then got up here with Angela Yee. Congratulations. This nigga then did all of this shit to turn around and say, look at me, white people. I'm a fucking coon. You want to know why? Because he don't know how to have shit. He has no sense of self, so he does any fucking thing. He want to be seen so bad that he don't give a fuck what type of dance he's doing as he's performing as a court jester. So the whole thing is, babe, you gotta do better. 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 So the internet is having its way with Armon. They done talked about him like a damn dog. They done talked about him like a damn dog. A dog, bitch. I'm talking about viral post after viral post. CNN, let me tell you what. This young man, Armon, has done all of this work and has been recognized in whatever capacity by traditional media, only to have CNN come up yesterday with absolute disgust, describe what was going on at the courthouse. You were scolded on fucking CNN. You are being branded as the poster child for Diddy making it out or getting acquitted of certain charges. They got this nigga out. Somebody said, I saw it on NBC. They said they described it as a circus. They called them crazed fans. The Daily Mail did a whole fucking write up. And guess who's on the headline? Guess who's the headline picture? Armand's black ass. Smiling with his chest out. He looks like the cooniest coon you've ever seen in your fucking life. Yelling, then talking about more oil, more oil. And I see somebody right here that's saying, at least he made it to CNN. Let me block you, big head. Let me block you. Because if you don't understand the importance of being in the right light, if you don't understand how far them niggas just set us back, then I cannot help you. Armon Wiggins and the rest of them people for self that they didn't give a fuck about how they would make the community look by doing what the fuck they did. Armon is so concerned with himself that he didn't give a fuck how YouTubers would look when he did what he did because it was all about him. It was all about him and his platform and a motherfucking inside joke while he running around screaming new media. That's why we're not the same. That's why we're not the same. How many people do you think will respect YouTubers after this? How much longer do you think it'll take for people to even pretend to believe that people from that space have fucking integrity or morals or anything? What do you think?
A few moments later.
They said, watch when they put this into articles, they gonna use our mom picture to show the crazed fan. JD, they already did. The Daily Mail already did a write-up. And Armand is on the front picture. And let me go to, I posted it on Instagram. Let me go read to you what the headline is. The headline says, crazed Diddy fans are removed by riot police after spraying each other in baby oil outside the courthouse. And they have Armand dead in the front, shaking his chest with his drawers showing with a little hat on, with the man that looked like a coon in the suit pouring the baby, squirting baby oil on him like he busting a nut on his chest. And they also called him a crazed dancer. Okay? I saw that too. I saw that too, Beauty and Boss. They said breaking news. The New York Post just posted Armon. Oh, let's go take a look. Every nigga is a star. And congratulations on this as well. I've congratulated you on everything else. Congratulations on this too. This is your best work yet. You're doing great, honey. Not. Y'all ever wonder why certain people haven't made it to certain places? You want to know what I think God does sometimes? I think that you'll go through life thinking you deserve shit and God knows you don't. So he don't give it to you. But I think that sometimes y'all get on God's nerves. I think that the person who it concerns the most, they get on God's nerves asking for it. And I think the people on the outside, they speak things and they annoy God because they be like, well, why it ain't happening? Why it happened? And I think sometimes God will give you something just so that you and the world could see why the fuck you don't deserve it. So everybody can shut the fuck up. And this kind of feels like that to me. Here, I'll give him the world. But watch him flush it down the fucking toilet. Go ahead. And here we are. Moving along. Let's go see what the New York Post said. I'm going to type in New York Post Diddy. And let's see what the fuck they posted in connection. Can somebody tell me, give me a keyword from the headline, please? It's on their Instagram. Thank you, baby. I'm going to the New York Post Instagram and we will be pulling this up on the show today. But I'm going to breeze over it just so you know. All right, you guys. I'm going to the New York Post on Instagram. And Armon is dead center. Diddy fans celebrate verdict with baby oil showers. And Armon is right there, front page. Let's go to, you said they also posted it on Twitter. Let me retweet that. And I tell you what, Armon. Give me 2 seconds, Papa. Because I'm going to tell you. Hold on. And let me retweet this as well. Mm-hmm. Armand came to see me because he thought I looked bad at the courthouse. Child, I keep telling y'all, my God don't play by me. Look at how this nigga look in front of the courthouse. How you look, Papa? This absolutely beats my unflattering dress by like a million. Who looks sloppy now, bitch? Hello? And I'm talking about 4K, like video. Hello? Oh, so you have totally like outdone me by a landslide. You proud of yourself? You're great. Doing phenomenal. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Child, I always trying to get up and go somewhere and be seen and shit. Look, a fool. A fool. They said his reasoning behind it was kind of weird because there's no logic behind it. That's why. Okay. They said, I think Armand got jealous because he couldn't go live multiple times a day like Tisa and get hundreds and thousands of views. He's a note reader. Let me say this from my point of view. There should be no reason for him to be jealous of Tisa. Armand, the views that I saw, I haven't been on his page since I publicly congratulated him for how he was doing. But the last time I was over there, he had hundreds of thousands of views on his commentary. And he's been given a lot of different opportunities. So I wouldn't see a reason for him to be jealous of Tisa or anyone else covering this case. He had been doing well. Yeah, I felt like I'm talking about better than he's ever done consistently. I saw multiple videos where it was hundreds of thousands, like I said, hundreds of thousands of views. But I don't know. I can't speak. I can't speak for anybody else. They
A few moments later.
they said this nigga that went from positivity, pulling cards, to rubbing baby oil on himself. What a rebrand. I want y'all to stop letting false prophets preach to y'all. Okay? And I want you to be mindful of who Jesus kept around him. Armon walk around talking about he done charged up a fucking stone and he can help you. And you know, this what you need to be doing, all this bullshit. But he don't have enough sense and his spirit ain't aligned enough to understand that he should have never been a part of that nonsense yesterday. Somebody who was centered would have never done what he did yesterday. Fuck what he be saying out his mouth. Somebody connected to God, and somebody who was just on a particular plane and just operating on a certain level. Your vibration, instead of, there are certain things you simply would not do. Period. And you could try to explain it away all you want to. Ain't no damn explanation. You wouldn't be in the midst of it because it would aggravate your spirit. You wouldn't be able to. That nigga smiled and cheered and was gleeful as baby oil was squirted on him. The baby oil that's being highlighted because people were more concerned with the sexcapades of P. Diddy than the actual alleged crimes that were being committed. People saying I was begging him to stop. I was in pain. And he just kept putting more oil. More oil? It should have been a fucking cry for help. You niggas is laughing and cheering. Talking about more oil, more oil, because that's how much they had to use because wasn't nobody aroused. More oil because it hurts. Baby oil is not even a fucking lubricant, correct? So you're making a rape joke is what you're doing. You're making a rape joke. That's why the baby oil shit was never fucking funny. And then y'all go outside. He takes his shirt off.
A few moments later.
Little baby said, "Are we gonna talk about the baby oil band that's dancing outside the courthouse on the show?" Not in the way that I think you may believe I will, but I'll touch on it. We already called him everything that he was right here on Station Head. I know people want me to get up and have an hour of talking down on Armon. For what? He's a Diddy dancer. Talk about what? How he made a fool of his damn self? It really ain't nothing to say. So, child, I'll breeze over it and we'll touch on it and then we'll keep it pushing. But there's a certain type of attention I'm not going to give to it. But you can definitely go to my pages and take a look. It absolutely got posted. Yeah, he a Diddy dancer, baby. He a DD. That's what we're gonna call that nigga from now on. He a Diddy dancer. They said a lost child seeks acceptance and validation by any means. Hmm. Mm-mm.